Hello everyone! Welcome to my new Let's Play series of Sid Meier's Civilization 5 Brave New World. I bet no one was really expecting this, but since Beyond Earth came out, I've kind of felt like doing a epic length civilization game and doing a Let's Play of it, where I pick a civilization that becomes one of the sponsors in Beyond Earth, and just kind of do a continuous series going from one era to the next era to the next era to the next era, and then once we're done with civilization, going straight to Beyond Earth and continuing the story of that civilization in a way. So, it's not going to be just a plain vanilla civilization game. There's going to be a few mods. And those mods, well, let's just configure the game data, the game data, and I can show it to you a little bit easier. They're not really too big of mods. They're nothing really heavy, nothing majorly game-changing. Just kind of enhances civilization a little bit. So there's Beyond the Future, which adds some late game stuff, making the future eras a little more interesting. I figured that would be a good thing to add to make the transition from civilization to Beyond Earth a little more fluid. Growing Fog of War, what that does is the Fog of War kind of goes back to what it was before you explored, if you don't explore that area for a while. Promotions expansion gives the soldiers and units a little more variety and flavor. A couple different religion mods to make religion a little more realistic and more useful, I suppose. And the Crazy Scotsman Omnibus mod. This is supposed to have a lot of his additional buildings rolled up into one neat mod. So, let's set up the game. Now, I've kind of narrowed down which choices I'd like to have. I'm either going to go with China, the Zulus, Korea, which is Sejong there, or, what was the other? Oh yeah, France. Kind of picking between those ones. And China and Korea, they both would end up doing the same Pan-Asia sponsor in the Beyond Earth section. I'm kind of tempted to do the Zulus just because I do like the Africa sponsor in Beyond Earth, but I'm thinking I'm gonna go with Chinese Empire or Sejong. It's a tough call. Let me go get a coin. Alright, coin has been acquired. Heads we will go with Korea, tails we will go with China. And the result is tails. We are going with China. Alright. The other civilizations are going to be completely random. I do not care. Now, we're going to go with an Earth map. Size large, difficulty prince, pace epic, starting in the ancient era. I've been debating on what victory types I want to allow and which ones I will say no to. In Beyond Earth, there's some sort of great mistake that's supposed to happen, so I think that we're going to turn off diplomatic. We'll leave it on. I'm only going to have domination turned off because we don't want to conquer the world. We want many different nations that can all continue their existence on in space. Perhaps turn cultural off? I don't know. But everything else, I think we're set for. We're not doing one city challenge, that's for sure. Alright, so with that, let's begin our epic journey to space, starting with the Stone Age. Good old civilization. I love this game so much. Let's see, we're starting off on a hill with a bunch of citrus, ivory, some gold, there's some cotton down there, and ancient ruins. Oh, this is a lovely starting spot. I love it indeed. We are gonna settle right here and be very happy with it. And I guess we'll head straight for those ruins, because why would I turn down free tech or population? Now, I know that we're not really going for a cultural type victory, but I always like getting the monument in first rather than anything else, because it is helpful to get that out of the way. You get more policies done, you get more things to do. And then pottery, of course, is great if you want to get faith right away. And here's one of the items that is added with that omnibus mod. The potter. The potter gives you +1 from wine. Harry Potter giving us wine. Weaver, you get +1 gold from silk. Basically, all the buildings that are added are more economic focused, but they make sense because all that stuff was huge economic stuff when it first came about. We're going to go with pottery because I do like to get faith out of the way. Faith is very useful. Now, the way I plan on doing this playthrough, I'm going to kind of do a lot of skipping of stuff because there's going to be a lot of grindy things. I'll try to keep most of the wars that end up happening recorded because interesting things happen in war. Let's see. We found advanced weapons right away. We have spears made of a metal unknown to us. Now, you see, this beginning stuff, not much is going to be happening. It's going to be mostly exploring, going to be seeing the land. Seeing the land is interesting itself, but if I pop in every now and then and just let you see it through highlights in a way, you will see pretty much everything no matter what. We got some foxes up there. Source of fur, that's alright. I think I'll start looping back around, follow the river, see what we have down south. Now, because the game length is going to be epic, this is going to be having a lot of downtime. Which is another reason I'm going to be cutting things out, because Civilization's already kind of grindy enough, even on a quick pace. It's very grindy when you get it to longer lengths. I guess we're somewhere in the north. Interesting. Bison. That must be from the Omnibus mod as well. Very interesting. But kind of irrelevant. And there you see the fog of war is rolling back in. I lose track of whatever's going on up there. I have to eventually get back there again. 2 sources of cotton. That's decent, honestly. I think I'll keep recording right now until I get the monument, and then I'll take a break from recording and rejoin you after I get some more stuff done. It's gonna be interesting having that fog of war rolling in all the time. I like it. Ooh, more ruins. So I think this might possibly be an ocean. Actually, it says lake. Never mind. Barbarian encampments, and I think, yep, repopulation. That's nice. Always like that. Alright, so our next production is going to have to be the scout, because with that fog rolling in all the time, We're gonna need it. Alright, so I'm gonna go ahead, cut away for a while, and rejoin you after we get further down our development tree. See you in a moment. I want to point out, when I start recording every time again, I'm going to be focusing on my capital, it seems, because my record button is tied to the same button that brings up my capital city. So, you're going to be seeing my capital a lot. Anyway, that didn't take very long at all. Enough interesting things happened in just the past couple turns. I found Sydney, I found a coastline, we're about to get pottery, and I found ruins with enough culture in it that I can now get my first policy. Pretty nice to get your first policy very early in the game. And typically, I like taking tradition first, because it gives you so much culture over the game that it's kind of foolish not to get it early. If you plan on playing an expansionist type civilization, though, liberty is almost always the best way to go, because it gives you one culture in every city, plus you get free workers, free settlers, extra production. They're both very good in their own different ways. But for me, I like growth a little bit more than expansion. So, tradition, usually the way I go. And with the next turn, we'll get our pottery. Let's get our research picked. Let's see now. We do have a couple areas that will get plantation, but we have a lot of elephants. That says to me trapping is the best way to go. So we're just going to plot out to get trapping as soon as we can so we can get those elephants taken care of. That will give us a good amount of gold. And then I think we will get writing taken care of, so we can get more science. We need to get a lot of science because we need to get to space. And our people don't know that yet, but we are heading past that moon. And more coastline, and another city-state. Let's go meet that city-state. Those barbarians are going to start causing trouble soon, I know it. So I'm going to have to get back there and take care of them. Florence. Awesome. Well, I've met my neighbors. That's a start at least. I've got my scout. Let's choose the shrine so we can start getting faith knocked out. And our scout, I guess we will send the scout off into the mountains. Beijing has grown in population. Very good. Good news is only several hundred more turns and I'll get my first golden age. That's not far at all. But next turn I get my second policy, excuse me. Aha, runes. I always like to get the runes with the scouts because if they find advanced weapons, they become archers with free movement through all terrain. I like archers that are like that. They're very nice. Huh. Ancient ruin bonus. Tell these people that they are barbarians repeatedly. That doesn't sound like a smart thing to do. Gold, information. I think we'll study the religion because I would like to get the religion knocked out. Alright, so I can create a pantheon now. I guess I will do that when it allows me to. Let me found Pantheon. Okay, first actual policy in tradition. Need to go through oligarchy to get to the good stuff. Hit the barbarians. And I think next turn I can found my religion. I think. I hope. Probably not. Aha, I can. Awesome. And there's some barbarians over there. That's quite lovely. Silver and marble in this area. That's nice. Alright, let's take a look at all the different things we can do. A bunch of stuff with ancestral worship, which gives you +1 for all from shrines for many different things. Let's see. Avatars gain stuff from having population of more than 3. Extra gold from plantations. Fishing boats, it's not going to be too useful for us right now. We're not that near the shore, honestly, so a fishing boat's not going to be very good. Food from plantations, production from plantations, money from plantations. Both of those sound very good. All 3 of those, not both. There's more than 2. Let's see, camps. Oh, we got lots of camps right here. All the different mining ones. Well, there's a few spots to mine, but not a huge amount. Right now, trapping looks like it's going to be the better option given our area. Then there's a bunch of culture ones. Let's see, we have forests. I don't think that there's culture from forests in any of this. And lightning. And there's different gods. All sorts of really interesting stuff from all this. Ooh! Culture and faith from citrus and elephants. Yes, please. Haha. Ha, that is actually very good. We have so much citrus and so much elephants in this area that Beijing is going to be a place of faith and culture. I have no idea how accurate that is to real life, honestly. I know very little about Beijing. Anyway, this seems like a good spot to cut away and continue playing the game on my own. So I will see you guys probably in a future video at this point. This has probably gone on long enough. So take care and goodbye.